Welcome back, my beautiful friends. You're listening to A Moment of Zen right here on 710 WOR, the voice of New York. I'm your host, Zen Sams. Now, up in just a few, we have the Scandals segment with Imran Ansari of Idala Bertuna Commons, otherwise known as ABK Law, right here in New York City. And today we're going to be covering the Johnny Depp Amber Heard defamation trial. A quite interesting moment in American celebrity as Johnny Depp is suing Amber Heard for $50 million after she wrote a 2018 op-ed about her alleged experience as a survivor of domestic violence. Now, she is countersuing for $100 million. Now, we are now 3 years after Johnny Depp filed the defamation lawsuit, and the case has now gone to trial in Fairfax County Circuit Court in Virginia. Now, as Imran gets settled, let's recap the facts. In 2016, Amber Heard alleged Johnny Depp bruised her face after hurling a phone at her in their LA home. He denied the allegation and was not charged with any crime. The couple settled their divorce months later, and in December of 2018, Amber Heard wrote an opinion piece for the Washington Post headline, quote, "I spoke up about sexual violence and faced our culture's wrath. That has to change," end quote. Amber stated that she became a public figure representing domestic abuse, and she felt the full force of our culture's wrath for women who speak out. And here to break it all down for us is Imran Ansari. Welcome to the show, superstar.
Thanks for having me, Zen.
Okay, so tell me what's going on over here. Break it down for me, because I know that the following year in 2019, he then filed that $50 million defamation suit against her, and here we are today. What's happening?
Yeah, Zen. So the legal battle between Johnny Depp and Amber Heard continues. And I say continues because this is the second time the two face each other in court. The first time was in 2020, where there was a trial in the UK. Johnny Depp, another defamation case, he sued The Sun for publishing, again, allegations of domestic abuse by himself against Amber Heard. Now, Johnny Depp lost that trial in the UK. They found that there was substantial truth to Amber Heard's allegations that Johnny Depp abused her. But now, across the pond, back on home soil, Johnny Depp is taking his defamation case in the United States to court, and he is facing down his ex-wife, Amber Heard, in that courtroom. You know that he has sued her because of that op-ed piece where she didn't name Johnny Depp, Zen, but really alluded to the domestic violence that she has accused him of. Right. So this case, intersection of Hollywood and the law, again, you know, that gets people going right now outside the courthouse. There has been a lot of support for Johnny Depp. Of course, Amber Heard has some supporters. There are people outside that courthouse, Zen, dressed up in pirate gear. That's an homage to Pirates of the Caribbean, one of Johnny Depp's famous movies. But these two are bearing down at each other again in the court of law.
And this is the second defamation lawsuit, right, when you walked us through. And it looks a lot like the first one, though, with some obviously important caveats. And those caveats have both legal and PR observers very captivated, because Johnny Depp and his team see this lawsuit as a chance for redemption, perhaps, in the public eye. And Amber Heard's team claims that a jury verdict against Johnny will send a message to the millions of women out there who suffer from intimate partner violence every single day, that they can move safely on with their lives, and it will allow her to move on as well. So I think that there's so much more to this. And back to what you said, you have a guy who ranks among the top 10 highest grossing movie stars of all time. And the trial represents perhaps a last opportunity to salvage his career, because as of recently, back in 2010, he was earning $75 million a year. And at the time, his ability to almost guarantee a big box office meant that studios are willing to pay him whatever it took to just get a bit of that little Johnny Depp magic. But his image has lost its shine, and his star power was all but extinguished right during that London High Court action. And he was dropped from the Pirates of the Caribbean and the Fantastic Beasts franchise, and he has only appeared relatively in small budget films, including City of Lies, which was one of the Romulus Entertainment lineup. But yes, what you're saying is resonating, because I think that right now, this is now crossed the lines of just what is ethical and what is truly about the law.
Yeah, Zen. And that is why he's suing for 50 million. Those are the damages he's claiming. He's saying his career has tanked because of the allegations made against him by Amber Heard. And now let's break down the law, Zen. This is a defamation case. He is going to have to show, because he's a public figure, and this goes back to a landmark Supreme Court case called New York Times versus Sullivan. He's going to have to show that Amber Heard, the allegations made against him, the statements she made in that op-ed piece, that they were false and she knew it was false, or she acted with actual malice, meaning that she acted with the reckless disregard for the truth. So the burden is on Johnny Depp to show that, whereas in the UK, the trial he lost, it was more of Amber Heard's burden. It's a different burden over in the UK in a defamation case to show that it was true. But however you slice this, the court of public opinion is all on it. You see social media ablaze. You see people outside the courthouse there.
Yep.
And what's going to happen in the court of law? We're going to see that, but it's going to be an interesting trial.
Okay, I have a very important question, and we have about 2.5 minutes left. So this is an interesting point. When I was reading one of the articles, as the trial opens, we know that Amber's lawyers are likely to invoke a Virginia law that creates immunity from civil liability for individuals under certain circumstances, including defamation based solely on statements that are made either to third parties regarding matters of public concern, right? That would be protected under the First Amendment to the U.S. Constitution. And her lawyer, Elaine, has argued the article in question addresses a very serious issue of public concern, which is domestic violence. Now, his lawyers have argued that the law does not apply because Amber's claims pertain to Johnny Depp's alleged personal behavior. What do you say to this?
Yeah, so this is clearly really brings that defamation law to the forefront. And as you stated, that particular statute provides a safe haven based on the First Amendment. You hit the nail on the head there, Zen. The First Amendment, of course, guarantees free speech, but the law of defamation is always sort of in conflict with that because the defendant who is being sued for defamation will usually invoke the First Amendment, say it's protected speech. Another aspect here, Zen, is that these statements were within an op-ed. Opinion is also an area which is protected from within free speech, and usually an opinion cannot be the basis for a defamation case. All these little legal wranglings are going to be playing out in the court. Ultimately, the jury is going to have to decide that. They're also going to be hearing testimonies and from James Franco, Elon Musk, a lot of celebrity in that courthouse. And when that happens, all eyes are on that courtroom.
Yeah, well, you said it best. Listen, let's watch how this plays out. But thank you so much for coming on and giving us so much insight. Another scandalous segment has arisen that we are going to be watching like hawks.
Thanks for having me, Zen.
You got it. Guys, you have to check him out. That's Imran Ansari. Go directly to their website at idalalaw.com or check him out on the gram at Imran Ansari ESQ. That was our Scandal segment. You're listening to A Moment of Zen right here on 710 WOR, the voice of New York. We'll be right back after this.